14 years ago, he killed a Dallas police officer in cold blood, and never once did he show remorse. Well, tonight, Licho Escamilla paid for that crime with his life.
Fox 4's Richard Ray witnessed the execution and has reaction from the family members of his victim. That's Officer Christopher Kevin James.
Gut-wrenching emotions here tonight as Licho Escamilla breathed his last. Two families, his and the family of the officer that he murdered, separated in a partition viewing area, but sobbing sounds could be heard coming from both. Officer Kevin James' daughter, Shelby Hall, 8 when her father was murdered. 14 years later, witness to the execution of his killer. Licho Escamilla, whose final statements began with words to her.
Escamilla looked over at the victim's daughter and said, "Shelby, God bless your heart." He then went on to thank his family and friends for their support.
With Shelby sobbing on one side of the witness partition, Escamilla's sister, Maria, could be heard wailing, "Please, God, no," on the other. Maria had to be escorted out. Licho Escamilla's existence was defined by violence. Moments after being sentenced to death, he threw a water pitcher at the jury, kicked and struck people around him, finally subdued by jolts from the stun belt around his waist. In November of 2001, he was 19 and wanted for another murder when he started a fight outside a Dallas club. Officer Christopher Kevin James, working off-duty in uniform, ran up to the scene and was shot. While on the ground, Escamilla would shoot Officer James 3 more times in the head, exchanging gunfire with other officers, attempting a carjacking before finally being arrested. Officer James' widow Lori, his daughter Shelby, and other family members, a group of about 20 Dallas police officers, all made the trip to Huntsville. Some to witness the execution, others here to show support for his loved ones. Friend and fellow Dallas officer Kevin Jancey read a statement from the family.
It's been a long time waiting for justice to be served. We will grieve for him forever and always wonder why such an extraordinary man and passionate public servant was taken so soon. Anyone who knew Kevin would agree that it was impossible to summarize how unique he was.
Licho Escamilla was pronounced dead at 6:31. The lethal injection knocked him out almost immediately. There were no signs that he was in any distress. His is the 12th execution in Texas this year. In Huntsville, Richard Ray, Fox 4 News.